Hello and welcome back to the Universus World Championship prize breakdown part 3, all on the same article, which is why it's getting a little bit hard to track. But I think I see where the updates are. It seems to be a prize wall update, as well as in the newsletter we got a brand new secret rare reveal. We've got Heroes Upbringing back in standard post rotation once this drops. And on Void, this kind of seals King Ghidorah's fate, in my opinion, because we now have two ways to seal this character on Void, which means if you're playing Void, Ghidorah just doesn't stand a chance against you. But we're not here to talk about that. I can get into that in a longer video, but I do kind of need to pad out because I'm now monetized. So getting this to 8 minutes is kind of my goal. If you could stick around and make sure you watch all the ads that come on, I would really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. And if you would consider becoming a member and get access to videos early, some exclusive content, and supporting the channel, it would mean a lot to me. However, shameless plugging out of the way, let's break it down. So, we've had the participation prizing, we've had the day 2 prizing, we've had the reveal of the events as well as the team's mats. So what is left? The prize wall. So the prize wall will consist of multiple goodies that you can trade your tickets into for these amazing exclusive products. When you enter a side event, whenever you do well in a side event, gunslinging, PvE, you'll get prize wall tickets. And for one prize wall ticket, you can get a double-sided character of Chun-Li, Armin Alert, a reveal from Attack on Titan Apocalypse, the best choice on here so far. I know Mollymock and the TMNT. Now this list isn't exclusive. There will be other things such as packs and other things available on the prize wall. These are just the big hitter changes that are not always there. These double-sided cards are very cool, and they are a great way to kind of showcase how much you love a character. And the Armin Alert being a double-sided character poses a very cool question. Are they a double-sided, double-sized card? As being the new bearer of the Colossus Titan, this would be really cool if they were double-sided. I'm not too sure. If you have got any questions, I will ask the company, and if they let me know, I will put it in the pinned comments. But at the time of recording, I've asked, and they say he might be. It's unsure. Come to Worlds to find out. And you know what? Fair enough, that's a decent plug. Going to Worlds to find out if this Armin is double-sided is very tempting. Following on from the one prize wall ticket for 3 prize wall tickets, tripling up, you can get these amazing alternate art exclusive promos. So you're looking at a show of strength, decompose, Marley's warriors, and charismatic approach. Now, charismatic approach to me really gets underplayed, but this art is absolutely gorgeous. This tiny little Superfly. The Decompose is an absolutely beautiful art, and the comic Minotaur, the comic fight with the Minotaur of Grog with the big great axe, beautiful art. This great use of show of strength, and these arts are absolutely amazing. For 4 prize wall tickets, we're moving to the playmats. And we have the monochromatic rumbling. This was the Apocalypse art. This is the art that I used for the majority of my Apocalypse thumbnails. It's the iconic scene of the rumbling. And be able to roll this out at LCs, regionals, worlds is going to be absolutely beautiful. This is an absolutely gorgeous playmat. But for me, the one I'm after is coming up next, and this is the Mighty Blitz SR Alternate Art Secret Rare from Critical Role Heroes of Exandria playmat by the amazingly talented Lachar. I love this. You've got Yasha charging in, you've got Jester with the Spiritual Lollipop. It's got some good clear spacing for you to put your deck, your discard, your momentum. You can put it on there and still have the art be the focus. God, I love this playmat, and if anyone is going to Worlds and has some spare prize wall tickets, I would appreciate getting hold of this playmat. I've become a bit of an avid critter over the last couple of years, and this playmat just speaks out to me so well. Following on from that, we have the Guilty Gear Strive Queen of Compassion. Beautiful, thank you for waiting, let's have a good fight, with these very cool spectral sides. I don't know enough about Guilty Gear to know what these are, but these kind of spectral entities usually have some good story importance. I'm sure that Scott from the Dobbers or some people in the community can fill me in. And if you don't know where these are from, do hit me up in the comments and let me know what these spectral entities are. For me, the big change here is the Universus. The Universus here is not in the side here. It's up at the top. It doesn't break away from the art. It doesn't stand out as much, which is a shame because it doesn't advertise the game. But the white on top there, blending in with the hair, really lets the playmat have the focus of the art. Whereas that orange tab on the side would kind of break it apart. I really like this playmat and I think this is going to fly out. Following on from there, we have the Jamie and Luke Street Fighter 6 monochromatic on the wall background. You've got the Universes on the side there now again. Beautiful art. Love this. They've taken the character art, they've slammed it on this stylized background. This will be an absolute win for anyone who's a Street Fighter fan. We move on to the Four Turtles, reminiscent of that Heroes of New York City. This is an absolutely beautiful playmat. You've got the graffiti style names for the four boys. You've got Michelangelo taking up that entire top left hand corner all by himself, as he deserves, being best boy. And this is beautiful playmat highlighting the Tales of TMNT and the Mutant Mayhem art style to an absolute T. For 30 prize wall tickets, they are a bit of a slog. You can walk away with an uncut sheet from pretty much most of 2025. For 30 tickets, you can get a Guilty Gear uncut sheet, a Street Fighter 6 uncut sheet, and I do like these uniform kind of uncut sheets. They're going to look very cool framed and put up in people's offices, stores, playrooms. The solo leveling one I have that I need to get properly framed has this kind of diagonal uniform to it. That is why I picked it over Critical Role. Then we move on to the Critical Role mat and the TMNT mat. The TMNT mat being primarily ultra rares with a sprinkling of the boys' weapons. This is an absolutely beautiful stylized mat. You're seeing Master Splinter's UR along with the asset weapons mixed in with the four boys' attacks. This is really cool and it's a massive get for any TMNT fan. The Critical Role mat, the Critical Role rare and ultra rare uncut sheet. Not stylized, not as themed, but still very cool. Critical Role ones do fly out very quickly. I would love to get hold of one of these before they get locked away, but it's very unlikely at this time. I'll keep an eye out for when they hit the secondary market. Then we have the Attack on Titan Apocalypse. Absolutely beautiful. I cannot remember off the top of my head. I think a couple of these might be dual-sided, so it'd be very cool to see on the back if it is just uniform Universus cards. I'm very interested when it comes to these kinds of cards, like the double-sided cards like this, if shift attacks do really stand out more. And I think shift attacks could stand out more here. When you flip it over and you get to see the other side, you get to see the backups and the foundations put in there. That would be very cool. But I don't think there's any in there. There is a 9 times across the ages. Cheeky little band card in there. But that's it for what we've been shown about the prize wall. I'm sure there's more to be on the prize wall. They've always had boosters and symbol playmats, dice. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of retro support and other things that you can do if none of these really interest you. But if they don't, that's absolutely maddening to me, because this is a very stacked world prize wall. And again, this is kind of highlighting what I wanted Worlds to be. I wanted it to be a showcase to show us what the regionals and what the top end events of the rest of the year are going to be. Showcase to me what this celebration of the community is going to be at regionals next year. And if this is an indication of as to what can be shown at regionals next year, then if this is just the tip of the iceberg and 2027 is going to be even stronger, I'm very excited to see what happens once international players get events back. Let me know in the comments below, do you know what is going on in this playmat? If you've made it this far and you don't have a comment saying you like a comment, then why don't you tell me what your favourite secret rare from Critical Role is, or just secret rare in general. And for theories, news and more, win, lose or draw, keep it with UK Versus, and I will see you at game night.